Here we go. Hey everybody, it's me, Stuart. Today we're going to be reading a story from Inside Out called Riley's Haunted Halloween. Ooh, sounds spooky. Hopefully not too spooky. Alright, well let's see what happens in this one. Here we go. It was fall in San Francisco, and everyone was looking forward to Halloween. Everyone, that is, except for Riley. She was finding it hard to get into the Halloween spirit. It would be her first year trick-or-treating without her friends from Minnesota. One morning at breakfast, Riley told her parents that she would be sitting out Halloween that year. "I'm getting a little old for trick-or-treating anyway," she said. Aw, never too old to trick-or-treat. Inside headquarters, anger was fuming. "Why are we skipping Halloween? We love Halloween. Whose bright idea was this anyway?" "Take a chill pill," Disgust said. "Riley is 12 now." "Halloween won't be any fun without our old friends anyway," Sadness added. They knew exactly what candy Riley likes. Without them, who will we trade with? We'll be stuck with all the bad candy, and then we'll end up with a cavity and our teeth will fall out and everyone will make fun of us and... Joy shook her head, interrupting Sadness before she spiraled out of control. Long-term memory was packed full of happy Halloween memories. Surely they could have fun in San Francisco, too. "Heads up, Mom and Dad are about to talk," she said. "Whatever you think is best, Riley," Riley's dad said. "But I bet there are some other new girls who feel the same way. Someone who needs a friend to hang out with. Isn't there another new girl in class? Faye? I bet she'd like to go trick-or-treating too," Riley's mom added. "Who's Faye?" Anger asked the other emotions, confused. Joy turned to look at Sadness. "We can't let Faye spend Halloween alone, with no friends, and no candy." "She's right, we can't. That ain't good." "That sounds terrible," Sadness said. "She'll probably sit by the window, watching all the other kids have fun without her. She'll think of her friends back home, and then she'll start crying, and then her face will get all puffy, and her eyes will get red, and no one will want to look at her because all the crying will make her so ugly." "Great," Joy said, cutting off Sadness. "It's agreed. We're doing Halloween. Now we just need to find the perfect moment to get Riley on board. Come on, guys, we can do this." Yeah, they're gonna try and save Halloween. That week at hockey practice, as Riley laced up her skates, Faye bounded over to her. "Hey, Riley," she said. I was thinking, and do you want to hang out on Friday? You know, for Halloween?" "This girl is great," Joy said, pushing a few buttons on her console. "She just walked right up and did our job for us. Plus, she clearly understands the importance of free candy." Riley smiled. "Well, I'm not sure if I'm up for trick-or-treating, but would you want to check out the haunted house?" Faye nodded. "Sure, that sounds like fun." Joy spun around. "This is going to be great. Yeah, things are going as planned." "A haunted house," Fear said. "It won't be too scary, will it? I mean, the house won't really be haunted, right?" "Of course not," Joy replied. "There will be candy and spooky lights, and maybe a few parents dressed up as monsters, and candy, and new friends, and candy." "Did you say monsters?" Fear asked nervously. "Oh no, no. I do not like the sound of that." "You had me at candy," Anger said. "Let's do this thing." The days flew by, and soon it was Halloween. Faye had texted Riley to coordinate their costumes, and Riley's parents had helped her pull together a very convincing pirate outfit. Arr! Riley turned to her dad. "Arr, matey, ye'd best save some candy for me, or I'll have you walk the plank." She lifted her sword threateningly. Riley's dad raised his hands in surrender. Shiver me timbers, what a fearsome pirate. "Have fun tonight, Riley," her mom said as Riley ran out the door to meet Faye. "She looks like a real pirate. That's pretty cool." When Riley arrived at the haunted house, she looked around.
Faye was waiting outside.
She was dressed up as a hook-handed pirate. "Hey Riley, over here," Faye called, waving the shiny hook she wore over her hand. "Ready to go inside?" Fear looked at the other emotions nervously. "Sure, what could possibly go wrong in a spooky-looking house?" he said in a shaky voice. "You're sure there are no monsters, Joy?" Joy leaned forward on the console. "In we go," she cried happily. "Here we go." Riley took a deep breath and walked up the front steps. A skeleton sat on the porch, holding a sign that read, "Welcome, boys and ghouls." Faye laughed. "So far, the scariest thing about this haunted house is the puns." Joy snorted with laughter. "I like this girl." Riley laughed too. Then stepping forward, she opened the door. "All right, here we go. It's about to get scary." No, not really. Maybe a little bit. A woman dressed as a vampire greeted the girls. "Welcome to my lair. Please, won't you enjoy a nice treat?" The woman held out a dark box, and the girls reached in. Inside were what felt like eyeballs. "Ew!" Disgust turned away from the view screen. "Is everyone touching those? That is not sanitary." Are those real eyeballs?" Fear stammered. "Where did they come from? Are they going to take our eyeballs?" Riley was pretty sure the eyeballs were just peeled grapes, and the vampire was just the lunch lady from her school. But the girls still giggled as they felt the eyeballs squished between their fingers. Riley and Faye walked toward the next room. Roar! A man in a furry werewolf costume jumped out from behind the door. "A werewolf! Joy, that's a monster! You guys lied to me! Run for your lives!" Fear screamed. But the other emotions weren't fooled, and they held him back. It was just a man in a costume. Riley and Faye laughed, screamed, and ran from the room. "Oh no, big werewolf." "It was just a guy in a costume. It's alright." The next room was a giant mirror maze. Faye and Riley practiced their most ferocious pirate poses as they walked through each twist and turn. "This is cool," Faye said. "I love puzzles." Joy nudged Sadness. "I'm getting a serious best friend vibe here." Riley smiled at Faye in one of the mirrors. "Hey, thanks for inviting me out tonight," Riley said. "I almost skipped Halloween this year, but I'm really glad I came." Looks like they're having fun in them silly mirrors. "No way, me too," Faye said. "But then my parents kinda hinted that I should invite you out for Halloween. They were worried you'd spend Halloween at home." "Hold on," Anger said. "I thought we were helping her." "I think we ended up helping each other," Sadness said sagely. "Ugh, you're so sappy," Disgust said, teasing Sadness. "Doesn't matter," Joy said, twirling around excitedly. "We just made a new best friend." "Wait, my parents told me to invite you out for Halloween," Riley said. "They thought you might not be doing anything either." I think we've been played," Faye said. Then she smiled. "I'm having a great time. Maybe parents do know best after all. But don't tell my mom I said that." Riley grinned at her new friend. Just then, Faye spotted something on the far wall. "Aha! Here's the way out." "Good. Get out of that maze." Together, Riley and Faye left the maze and made their way out of the haunted house. "Thank goodness we made it out," Fear cried in relief. Faye started to say goodbye, but Riley stopped her. "As long as we're dressed up anyway. Want to do a little trick-or-treating?" "Wait, trick-or-treating? You mean we're not going home yet? We were going to go eat candy. What happened to the happy candy?" "Who knows what kind of monsters are out there?" Fear sputtered. "Ack, is that a zombie?" Joy turned to the other emotions. "Still feel too old for Halloween?" All but Fear shook their heads as Sadness said, "Nope, this feels just right." Yeah. The end. Wow, that was a fun story about Inside Out and sadness and joy and fear and anger and Riley and Faye and just everybody. She thought that she was too old to go trick-or-treating, but like I said, you're never too old to go out and get some candy. Dress up and have fun. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my other videos. See ya!
Thanks for watching. See you next time.